so far? Hope you're all having a good week. Hope you're all having a good week. It's Friday. It's Friday. Hi, Descline. Congrats on getting your first sweetheart. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well.
All right. So, this is the first ASMR stream with the backup office chair. So I apologize in advance if there's large or loud clacking sounds, because the left arm of this chair doesn't like to stay in position. When you put your weight on it just right, it collapses completely. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But I sincerely apologize if it does. So yeah. And at this chair's maximum height, we are about at where my old chair was at its lowest point. Pretty darn close. So, when we do handcam ASMR handcam streams, you might not see as much of the thighs as you usually would. So who knows? I don't know. We'll find out. This chair, the seat is also leaning to the left, where the right side is higher than the left side. So I am primarily sitting on the left side of this chair. It is wide enough for me to do that. Just because I figure sitting at an incline like that is not good for your spine. So we'll see if when I am able to get a new chair. I'm gonna try to get to like a thrift store, maybe Friday. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. Or week, sorry. Yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all doing great. And today, I got my birthday present from my grandma today. She took me out to lunch and stuff. I asked for that dinosaur card game I was talking about last week, or yeah, at some point last week. I got a Jurassic Regency starter kit for the Million Years Ago card game. I've only ever seen this game on Amazon. I haven't seen any videos of anyone opening it or talking about it. I don't know why. It's just been, it has completely flown under the radar of like the people I watch for like trading card game reviews and news. So I have no idea. Pickled dusk and vinegar essence for 10 weeks. What does that mean, Floop? Hi, Floop? Hi, Floop. Oh, is that a command on like Sterling Stream or something? You want a pickle dusklight? Why would you put dusklight in a barrel of pickles? Then dusklight will become a detective in the future when someone finds the barrel he's in an ancient warehouse in the future in like 500 years, and then he's going to be like perfectly preserved, and then they're gonna like revive him somehow, and then he'll go on adventures with a cyborg uh uh sidekick. um that's a cartoon. That's a cartoon. I don't remember where I saw it or what channel it was on. It might have been Cubo. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a Cubo show or on like Boomerang or something. There was a cartoon where Sherlock Holmes falls in a barrel of pickles and gets like sealed inside and like dies. And then in the future, he's discovered, and then they like revive him, and then they make like a cyborg or a robot Watson. I don't hold on. I need to know the name of that show now. Um, I have like the vaguest memory of like the opening song of like scenes of him like being found in the barrel of pickles. I don't hold on. Oops. I'm just pulling up chat on my phone for when I'm tapped out of OBS. Okay. There we go. App was being dumb. There we go. There we go. In Dagger of Almond Raw, you can drop into alcohol preservation tanks, which is kind of like pickling. Yeah. Yeah, like those jars of like eels and things they have in museums. That's formaldehyde or whatever, right? That's not alcohol. To where Sherlock Holmes falls in a barrel of pickles and is in the future. Okay. Oh, there's okay. There's a Wikipedia article. It's Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century. It was a Deke cartoon like that cartoon about kids that go back in time and meet like the founding fathers and stuff. Okay. Where did I watch it? Where did I watch it? Because so apparently in the US it was on Fox Kids. I don't know if we had Fox Kids or when this was exactly. I have like the vaguest memories of this show. Pickle Holmes, yeah. Thank you for the water, Floop. Thank you. And the stretch, thank you, Floop. Okay. Anyway, it's apparently called Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century. So there you go. Maybe it wasn't a jar of pickles. I remember it being a jar of pickles. But I don't know. And the stretch. Okay. Yeah, I got some of the dinosaur, some of the. I got a starter kit for the dinosaur card game from my grandma for my birthday today. So we'll open that up on Saturday, probably in the morning. Excuse me. And then I guess we'll figure out how to play it. I'm excited. I'm excited because we just read the Wikipedia article for the Morse information. And that's what this set in this card game is based on. Jurassic Regency is based on animals, dinosaurs and other things found in the Morse information. So I'm excited. And on the back here, it shows you some cards. And one of them is Gargoylosaurus. So, cool. I know that guy now. We know about that dinosaur now. Okay.
Flip. Thank you for being here. You are very, very sweet. And I'm very, very proud of you, Flip. Your art is amazing. And you're very, very talented. You are deserving of love and appreciation. You are very, very sweet. Thank you for being here, Flip. Thank you, thank you. Alright, thank you for the prize today, Flip. Thank you. Here is your good bird. Flip, thank you for being here. Thank you for looking and chatting and spending time with us on the streams. Thank you. You've worked very, very hard this week. And I'm very, very proud of you. You're a very, very good bird. Good bird, Flip, good bird. Good bird, 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 good bird. Good bird, Flip, good bird, 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 good bird. You're a very, very good bird, Flip. Good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird. You're a very, very good bird. Good bird, Flip. Good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird. Good. Good. Good bird, Flip. Good bird. Good bird, 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 good bird. You're a very, very good bird. Good bird, Flip. Good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird. Flip, thank you for being who you are and doing what you do. I think makes the world a better place, in my humble opinion. Anyway. Hey, Gardrod. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing?
Good bird, Flip. Good bird. You're such a good bird. Yes, you are. Good bird, 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 good bird. You're such a good bird. Yes, you are. Such a good bird. Yes, you are. Such a good bird. Good bird, Flip. Good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird. Good bird, Flip. Good bird. You're such a good bird. Yes, you are. Oh, look at you. Such a good bird. Yes, you are. Good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird. Good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird, good bird. There you go, Floop. Thank you for the redeem, sweetheart. Thank you. You're alive? That's good to hear. Ooh, that's the sound I was talking about. The arm of this chair likes to do that. I apologize if that's terribly loud. I can't do much about it. I'm kind of stuck with it till I'm able to get a new chair. That is a Lucy emote. Yeah. Anyway, the million years ago card game. There's the base set, which is based on Hell Creek Formation, which is Cretaceous age rock. So you can pull T-Rex out of that set and stuff, and Triceratops. So I don't know. Like, they seem to have their own website. This game is just very, like, everything about it. It feels. It's not makes a zip sound. Okay. I'm glad it's not super loud. So this cooking is weird. Like, I've never heard anyone else talk about it. I've only ever seen it on Amazon. And they sell the only products they have on Amazon are the booster boxes for the base set, the Hell Creek set, and booster boxes for the Jurassic Regency set, which are currently sold out. And then they have you can buy a single booster pack from the Hell Creek set and Jurassic Regency set. The booster packs for Jurassic Regency are sold out. And then there's the starter kits for the Hell Creek set and Jurassic Regency. And they have 6 booster packs with 9 cards in a pack, I think. So that's about 54 cards. A coin, which I believe is made of metal. Then 60 game point chips. You get a fold-up paper playmat, and then a quick start rules guide. So I don't know if 54 cards is enough for 2 people to play. We'll find out, I guess. On that note, I did yesterday update the Throne wish list. If you guys want to treat me to something for my birthday or in general, I do have a throne. It's in the underneath the about section on Twitch. If you're on mobile, I don't know where it is. The widgets just don't really work on Twitch mobile. There's the QR code in the corner, and throne.com/ketchupthebear will take you there too. There's no command. There's no command. But yeah, I do have a throne. I put a couple things on there. There's some MetaZoo things. Zippies will do. That's okay. No one has to get me anything, but it's there. I try to keep things on my wish list below $50. Besides the 3DO, of course. And I added a pair of tights, like sheer tights. They look very nice. Thank you, Floop. My birthday is on Saturday. It's on Saturday. We're gonna stream all day on Saturday. I'm very excited. We're probably gonna play a lot of Anode Heart and Monster Hunter Stories 3 on Saturday. Today is Wednesday. On Saturday. But thank you, Floop. Thank you. Yes, Muck made me turn on surprise gifts. There's no not safe for work surprise gifts. It's a weird stim, I see. But I do have surprise gifts on. I don't really know how they work. I don't know if they're only things from their like connected shop on their website, or like collection of stores linked to on their website that you can browse. or if you just link an Amazon item. And I don't know. I've never attempted to gift a surprise gift or anything, but uh, you can. You can. But yeah, I added some tights. And there's a 3-pack of like lacy stockings. Um, it's like fishnets, but they've got like or did I add that? I don't think I did. I added a pair of fishnets, kind of like the one with the faux garter belt, but instead it's concentric rings, like a varsity thigh highs. Excuse me. And there's uh, a pair of a 2-pack of striped thigh highs, black and white stripes, and then one with blue and white stripes. And I added a bunch of MetaZoo things because they're really cheap MetaZoo stuff. At least the original MetaZoo run stuff on Amazon is like really cheap. So there's a theme deck on there, and a release event deck box, and a MetaZoo UFO spellbook, which is like MetaZoo's version of Pokemon's Elite Trainer boxes. And then I added the Hell Creek Formation starter kit for the dinosaur card game because I have the Jurassic Regency one. That's about 38, and I think that's probably the most expensive thing on my wish list besides the 3DO right now. Anyway, there's the throne. that URL in the bottom corner of the screen will take you there too. So will the QR code. The QR code will take you to the throne and to contribute towards the 3DO. But yeah, I have surprise gifts on. I have them on. You can also suggest things for the wish list too, if you would like. But yeah, anyway. The birthday boy video? I don't think I know. I don't think I'm familiar. Floop. Is it the Fortnite and Cola kid? Yippee! I don't know. No? Okay. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. Links allowed here. Only mods, VIPs, and myself can post links. And I'm out. I don't have any more VIP slots. We need to get more VIP slots. I have to have 15 or more chatters chatting at the same time. I got really close after a raid like 2 years ago. We got to like 11 or 14, something like that. So, yeah. Be a white repair. What does that mean? I only allow myself, VIPs, and mods to post links because of the stupid bots and things. Anyway, I have a throne. Feel free to take a look at it. You by no means need to get me anything off the throne wish list, but it's there if you want to. And make sure you're taking care of yourself first. Wiser because it showed some other way. Showed it some other way. What does that mean? I'm confused. Hi, Crid. We just got done yapping about the throne wish list. But yeah, how are you doing, Crit? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe, staying warm. It is freezing. Today it's very cold. There's a video of a kid going to his room on his birthday, excited. Birthday, yay, yay for me for 5 minutes. Oh, I never heard of that. Thank you, Conrad. Thank you, sweetheart. You're doing great. That's good to hear, Crit. That's good to hear. Yeah, I updated the throne. I added a pair of tights, sheer tights, and some fishnet stockings, kind of like the ones with the faux garter belts, except it's faux thigh highs with concentric horizontal rings, like varsity thigh highs, with fishnet sections between them. Those look really nice. they're very hot. Anyway, and I added some more card game stuff, and things like that. So, I tried to keep everything on the Thorn wish list below 50. Yeah, thank you for the water flute, and thank you for the stretch. I just did that, but I'll do some more, I guess. Okay, Floop. Have fun. Okay. But yeah, I got one of my birthday presents today. My grandma took me out for lunch and gave me my present. I got the starter kit, a starter kit for the dinosaur card game we yapped about last week, a million years ago. It's the Jurassic Regency starter kit. I put the Hell Creek starter kit on the throne. That's probably the priciest thing on my throne wish list right now. 38, besides the 3DO, of course. But I'm very excited. We're gonna open that on Saturday. And because we read the Wikipedia article for the Morris information, I know some of the guys on the back of the box here. There's a card for Gargoylosaurus, one of the two species of ankylosaur found in the Morrison. They're two of the earliest known ankylosaur species. They're very small guys. I think I think Mimor is. So there's Gargoylosaurus and Mimorosaurus. I believe Mimorosaurus is the larger of the two. I think Mimorosaurus got to be like a little over 11 feet long, and Mimor was like 9 feet at the largest, maybe smaller. They're both nodosaurs, I believe. Both nodosaurs. Yeah, one of the strangest things about this game. Hi, Bun Bunny. Thank you for being here. How you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you. Is that on the box here it says Phygital cards. So like, I think this game came out. The copyright on the back of this is 2024. So, it has like blockchain technology where every card has a code on it that you put in on their website or whatever, and you get like digital ownership of that card. I don't care about that. If I'm being honest. Maybe that's why I haven't seen any openings of this on YouTube before. I would be the target audience for something like this, of course. Maybe that's why, because people don't want people to steal the codes on the cards. I don't know. And that part of it's like really weird. The altered TCG, which was, I think at the time, uh, was like the most successful uh, TCG on Kickstarter, I think, or one of them. And every altered TCG card, every card in altered has a QR code in the bottom right corner, in the text box, that you scan in their app, and then you get digital ownership of the card in like their digital online like game client, and you can trade digital cards, and then you can the goal was to have that, and then you could also uh, print to demand your digital card. So if you traded for a card on the app, you could print one for your physical collection for whatever reason, right? I don't think that ever actually ended up happening. Sounds like a logistical nightmare to me. Um, like Altered is like the only other one that I've heard of that does something similar. Pokemon, of course, has the code cards in the back of the card packs to get booster pack in the only online game. But yeah, so we could just read the back of the box here, I guess. Um, Hold steady and brace against earth-shaking dinosaurs of titanic proportion. Sorry, I'm just excited about it, and we'll be opening it probably Saturday morning. Um, there's only 6 booster packs in here, and there's 9 cards in every pack, so that probably won't take very long to open everything. I do want to read the rule book and see if I can't figure out how to play this game, because it's just so weird. um, Hold steady and brace against earth-shaking dinosaurs of titanic proportions and the predators that hunt them, from one of the greatest dynasties for life on Earth. Encounter, collect, and battle with dinosaur favorites like Allosaurus, Stegosaurus, Brontosaurus, and more from the brimming biodiversity of the Morrison Formation. Dive into the Jurassic period over 145 million years ago through MYA's Jurassic Regency with up to 90 different card names and 8 different card rarities joining you on your adventure. So this set is only 90 cards, which is pretty small for a trading card set. For a card game set, that's pretty small. So it makes sense why there's 9 cards in every pack. So I imagine you get like one booster box and you have a whole set, maybe. Except for maybe the higher rarity cards. I don't know. I don't know if it's like the case like every card is printed in like common rarity with no foiling, but you can pull any card in foil as a foil. I don't know. Um, Apparently in these starter kits you're like guaranteed at least 6 hollows or 6 foils. Um, at least 6 basic foils, or maybe with a chance of them being a higher rarity foil. And they have like they have 7 rarities that they list on their Amazon site. 3 of them are foilings based on amber pearlescent fossils, and I think the third one is like pyrite or something like that, like fossils made of precious minerals. If you want to see a really cool fossil, there's some we found some trilobites that are made of gold. They fossilized as they wherever they died, they ended up fossilizing the mineralization. There was a lot of gold in the area. I don't know. So there's just like gold trilobites out there, and they're gorgeous. They're super cool. Anyway, yeah, I'm glad to hear you're doing great, Trid. And hi, Bun Bunny. I hope you do all right, sweetheart. hope we pull a Gargoylesaurus. I'm wondering if there's a Mimorosaurus card. Or Supersaurus, it'd be cool. Supersaurus is pretty cool. A Brachiosaurus. I know there's Brontosaurus and probably a Apatosaurus. Let's see. Brachiosaurus is late Jurassic, so it could be. It could be. There's certainly a chance. There's a ton of sauropods in the Mars information. So many. So many. It has a super long Wikipedia article. It's so long. Probably longer than Brontosaurus's. That took me like 4 hours to get through. Probably because we got rated like 4 times that stream. Whenever I was going to end stream that night, we got rated. Yeah, it's a very, very long article. Brachiosaurus is very cool. It's a very cool animal. So, I guess we can read some of it. Brachiosaurus is a genus of sauropod dinosaur that lived in North America during the late Jurassic, about 155.6 to 145.5 million years ago. It was first described by American paleontologist Elmer S. Riggs in 1903 from fossils found in the Colorado River Valley in western Colorado, United States. Riggs named the dinosaur Brachiosaurus altathorax. The generic name is Greek for arm lizard, in reference to its proportionately long arms, and the specific name means deep chest. Brachiosaurus is estimated to have been between 18 and 22 meters, or 59 to 72 feet long. Body mass estimates of the subadult holotype specimen range from 28.3 to 46.9 metric tons, or 31.2 to 51.7 short tons. It had a disproportionately long neck, small skull, and large overall size, all of which are typical of sauropods. Atypically, Brachiosaurus had longer forelimbs than hind limbs. This resulted in a steeply inclined trunk and a proportionately shorter tail. Brachiosaurus is the namesake genus of the family Brachiosauridae, which includes a handful of other similar sauropods. Most popular depictions of Brachiosaurus are in fact based on Giraffatitan, a species of brachiosaurid dinosaur from the Tendanguru Formation of Tanzania. Giraffatitan was originally described by German paleontologist Werner Jansch in 1914 as a species of Brachiosaurus B. branchi, but moved to its own genus in 2009. 3 other species of Brachiosaurus have been named based on fossils found in Africa and Europe. 2 are no longer considered valid, and a third has become a separate genus, Lusotitan. The type specimen of B. altathorax is still the most complete specimen, and only a few other specimens are thought to belong to the genus, making it one of the rarer sauropods of the Morrison Formation. It is regarded as a high browser, possibly chopping or nipping vegetation as high as 9 meters or 30 feet off the ground. Unlike other sauropods, it was unsuited for rearing on its hind limbs. It has been used as an example of a dinosaur that was most likely ectothermic because of its large size and the corresponding need for sufficient forage. But more recent research suggests it was warm-blooded. Among the most iconic and initially thought to be one of the largest dinosaurs, Brachiosaurus appeared in popular culture, notably in the 1993 film Jurassic Park. History of discovery. Holotype specimen. The genus Brachiosaurus is based on a partial postcranial skeleton discovered in 1900 in the valley of the Colorado River near Fruita, Colorado. The specimen, which was later declared the holotype, comes from rocks of the Bushy Basin member of the Morrison Formation, and therefore is late Cambrian in age, about 154 to 153 million years old. Discovered by American paleontologist Elmer S. Riggs and his crew from the Field Columbian Museum, now the Field Museum of Natural History of Chicago. It is currently cataloged as FMNHP 25107. Riggs and Company were working in the area as a result of favorable correspondence between Riggs and Stanton Merrill Bradbury, a dentist in nearby Grand Junction. In the spring of 1899, Riggs had sent letters to mayors in western Colorado inquiring after possible trails leading from railway heads into northeastern Utah, where he hoped to find fossils of Eocene mammals. To his surprise, he was informed by Bradbury, an amateur collector himself and president of the Western Colorado Academy of Science, that dinosaur bones had been collected near Grand Junction since 1885. Riggs was skeptical of this claim, but his superior, curator of geology Oliver Cummings Farrington, was very eager to add a large sauropod skeleton to the collection to outdo other institutions, and convinced the museum management to invest $500 in an expedition. Arriving on June 20th, 1900, they set camp at the abandoned goat ranch. During a prospecting trip on horseback, Riggs field assistant Harold William Mink found the humerus of FMNHP 25107 on July 4th, exclaiming it was, quote, the biggest thing yet, close quote. Riggs at first took the find for a badly preserved Brontosaurus specimen and gave priority to excavating Quarry 12, which held a more promising Morosaurus skeleton. And Morosaurus is a Camarasaurus, a species of Camarasaurus. Having secured that, secured that, on July 26th, he returned to the humerus in Quarry 13, which soon proved to be of enormous size, convincing a puzzled Riggs that he had discovered the largest land animal ever. That's not true, but there were animals larger than Brachiosaurus. Now we know that. The site, Riggs Quarry 13, is located on a small hill, later known as Riggs Hill. It is today marked by a plaque. More Brachiosaurus fossils are reported on Riggs Hill, but other fossil finds on the hill have been vandalized. During excavation of the specimen, Riggs misidentified the humerus as a deformed femur due to its great length, and this seemed to be confirmed when an equally sized, well-preserved real femur of the same skeleton was discovered. In 1904, Riggs noted, quote, had it not been for the unusual size of the ribs found associated with it, the specimen would have been discarded as an apatosaur, too poorly preserved to be of value, close quote. It was only after preparation of the fossil material in the laboratory that the bone was recognized as a humerus. The excavation extracted large numbers of visitors, delaying the work and forcing Menck to guard the site to prevent bones from being looted. On August 17th, the last bone was jacketed in plaster. After a concluding 10-day prospecting trip, the expedition returned to Grand Junction and hired a team and wagon to transport all fossils to the railway station. During 5 days, another week was spent to pack them in 38 crates with a weight of 5,700 kilograms or 12,500 pounds. On September 10th, Riggs left for Chicago by train, arriving on the 15th. The railroad companies let both passengers and cargo travel for free as a public relations gesture. The holotype skeleton consists of the right humerus, upper arm bone, the right femur, thigh bone, and the right ilium, a hip bone, the right coracoid, a shoulder bone, the sacrum, fused vertebrae of the hip, and the last 7 thoracic trunk, and 2 caudal tail vertebrae, and several ribs. Riggs describes the coracoid as from the left side of the body, but restudy has shown it to be a right coracoid. At the time of discovery, the lower end of the humerus, the underside of the sacrum, the ilium, and the preserved caudal vertebrae were exposed to the air and thus partially damaged by weathering. The vertebrae were only slightly shifted out of their original anatomical position. They are found with their top sides directed downward. The ribs, humerus, and coracoid, however, were displaced to the left side of the vertebral column, indicating transportation by a water current. This is further evidenced by an isolated ilium of Diplodocus that apparently had drifted against the vertebral column, as well as by a change in composition of the surrounding rocks. While the specimen itself was embedded in fine-grained clay, indicating low energy conditions at the time of deposition, it was cut off at the 7th presacral vertebra by a thick layer of much coarser sediments consisting of pebbles at its base and sandstone further up, indicating deposition under stronger currents. Based on this evidence, Riggs in 1904 suggested that the missing front part of the skeleton was washed away by a water current, while the hind part was already covered by sediment and thus got preserved. Hi, CJ! I'm doing good, sweetheart. I'm doing good. We're reading about Brachiosaurus, apparently Crid's favorite. We started reading it because I got nothing better to do right now. And I got my first birthday present today. My birthday's on Saturday, but I saw my grandma today because I did lawn work for her, and then she took me out to lunch and gave me my present. I asked for a million years ago Jurassic Regency starter kit. It's a trading card game based on dinosaurs. I've only ever seen it or heard of it being on Amazon. I haven't even heard of anyone talk about it on YouTube or anything, which is weird because I think I would be the target audience for a video about a dinosaur card game, but it's fine. So it's based on this set, Jurassic Regency, is based on the Morrison Formation, which we read the Wikipedia article about last week. I mean, maybe on Sunday, or it was Friday last week. So a lot of these guys on the back of the box here, I recognize. Like there's Gargoylosaurus, one of the 2 ankylosaurs known from the formation, and 2 of the earliest known ankylosaurs. I believe they're both nodosaurs, though. They don't have club tails. The Morrison is where you find Allosaurus, Stegosaurs, a whole bunch of sauropods. Brachiosaurus, Diplodocus, Camarasaurus. Did I say Apatosaurus? Brontosaurus. Supersaurus. And, carnivores such as Allosaurus. Anyway, there's a picture of it in the Discord I posted earlier today. So if you want to look at the front of the box. There's a picture of it in the Discord in the cards channel. The starter kits come with 6 booster packs with 9 cards in each pack, 1 game coin, 60 chips, point chips, a folded paper mat, and a quick start rules guide. So, a problem is I don't know if the 54 cards you get in the starter kit is enough for 2 people. If I have, hazard a guess that it's not. If anyone wants to, I put the Hell Creek starter kit on the throne wish list. It's not cheap; it's $38. But it's on the throne. If you want to treat me to that, that set has animals like the Hell Creek formation is Cretaceous age rock, so you get animals like T-Rex, Triceratops, guys like that, in that set. So if you want to treat me to that, you by all means do so, but you don't have to. Please don't. Take care of yourselves first. There's also, I put some stuff on there last night. I put some more MetaZoo stuff on the throne, and a pair of tights, and some more fishnets, and stuff like that. So I have a throne if you want to treat me, but you by no means have to. My birthday is on Saturday. Hi, Brad. Hi, Jeannie. Thank you for the water, Brad. I will take another gulp. All right. You want the sniffers first? Okay. We will continue reading about Brachiosaurus when we're done doing Bread's Redeems. We are now in the bread section of the stream. So just heads up, if anyone else wants to redeem anything, it'll probably be like 20 minutes before I get to yours at this point. Yes, the 15-minute bread section. All right, you want sniffers first. All right, give me one moment. I need to blow my nose real quick. Just in case. Just to be safe. I will be right back. All right, sorry about that. Here you go, Bread. All right, there you go, Brett. We could maybe get to use some more later, but I gotta take a break. It makes me lightheaded. Okay, would you like breathy smooches, Brett? Would you like some breathy smooches this evening? Okie dokie. When my sister, my youngest sibling, my youngest sister, when she was like a toddler, maybe younger than that too, she would sneak into my parents' room and eat my mom's chapstick. She would just eat the whole stick of chapstick. Just yum 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 yum. I don't know why. I don't know if she does either. Um, and um, around this time was when I was getting old enough I needed to start like wearing deodorant. So, I tried like that gel deodorant that you like extrude through like the stick to like holes in the top, right? It wasn't a gel. It was gel. It was like a liquid. Stuff's kind of gross. I only used it once, or that one time. But I got home from school or something. I opened my bedroom door and I caught my sister. She was probably like 4, maybe 5. She was in my room, sitting on my chair, rubbing my deodorant stick on her belly. It was whoop, 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 whoop. And we're like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I think she maybe just felt left out or something. But I don't know why she ate my mom's chapstick. So you had to hide chapstick from her, or she would just eat the whole thing. Um, she did not. I asked her earlier today, and she denied doing it still. So, you know. Anyway, sorry.
Here's your smooches, Brett.
The wood section, like the guy that makes wood flavored ice cream, or like ice cream flavors using like different species of tree and stuff. Like, are you talking about that, or are you just trying to be goofy? Like, oh, I eat the park bench. I eat ice cream.
Sorry, burp. Alright, we'll count down from 10 to 1. And then there'll be bread smooches, and then we will get bread. They're good bread. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Alright, there you go, bread. Hopefully the switches were okay for you. Just a heads up, we have the next ad break in about 2.5 minutes. Pretty decent chance you won't get ads, because this is the next March stream with a contact label on it, so. But just heads up, just in case. Bread. You're a very, very good bread. Thank you for being here. Thank you for looking interesting. Spending time with us on the streams. Thank you. It's always good to see you, Brad. Always good to see you. Very, very, very
Okay, sorry about that. The mic cut out. Okay.
Good bread, good bread. You're a very, very good bread. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good bread. Good bread, good bread, good bread, good bread, good bread, good bread. Oh, look at you, such a good bread. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good bread. Good bread, 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 good bread. Good bread, 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 good bread. Oh, look at you, such a good bread. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good bread. Mm-hmm. A very, very good bread, yes you are. Oh, look at you, such a good bread, yes you are. Good bread, 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 good bread. Mm, 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 mm.
All right. Take go, Brad. Thank you for the redeems here. Thank you. Hope that was okay for you. Give me one moment. I need to blow a nose real quick. I will be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Shall we continue reading about Brachiosaurus? Okay. Are you still here, Crid? Can you hear me before I continue? Are you in ads? Riggs published a short report of the new find. Welcome back to the break, guys. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you. I appreciate it lots. Thank you for the redeem spread. I hope those were all okay for you. Riggs published a short report on the new find in 1901, noting the unusual length of the humerus compared to the femur and the extreme overall size and the resulting giraffe-like proportions, as well as the lesser development of the tail, but did not publish a name for the new dinosaur. Sorry. In 1903, he named the type species Brachiosaurus altithorax. Riggs derived the genus name from the Greek brachion, meaning arm, and sauros, meaning lizard, because he realized that the length of the arms was unusual for a sauropod. Oh, because he realized the length of the arms was unusual for a sauropod. The specific epithet that was chosen because of the unusually deep and wide chest cavity, from Latin altus, deep, and Greek thorax, breastplate, cuirass, corselet. Latin thorax was derived from the Greek and had become a usual scientific designation for the chest of the body. The titles of Riggs' 1901 and 1903 articles emphasized that the specimen was the, quote, largest known dinosaur, close quote. Riggs followed his 1903 publication with a more detailed description in a monograph in 1904. There's a picture of him in his laboratory with an assistant The still-jacketed thigh bone can be seen on the left, and it's about as tall as he is. Or about as tall as his assistant, which is just nuts. Preparation of the holotype began in the fall of 1900, shortly after it was collected by Riggs for the Field Museum. First, the limb elements were processed. In the winter of 1904, the badly weathered vertebrae of the back and hip were prepared by James B. Abbott and C.T. Klein. As the preparation of each bone was finished, it was put on display in a glass case in Hall 35 of the Fine Arts Palace of the World's Columbian Exposition, the Field Museum's first location. All the bones were, solitarily, still on display by 1908 in Hall 35 when the Field Museum's newly mounted Apatosaurus was unveiled, the very specimen Riggs had found in Quarry 12. Today catalogued as FMNH P25112 and identified as Brontosaurus exemplar. No mount of Brachiosaurus was attempted because only 20% of the skeleton had been recovered. In 1993, the holotype bones were molded and cast, and the missing bones were sculpted based on material and the related Brachiosaurus branchi, now Giraffe Titan, in Museum für Naturkunde, Berlin. Boy, but continue. You're off work finally? Welcome back, Gunther. Welcome back. I'm going to finish this paragraph. The plastic skeleton was mounted and, in 1994, put on display at the north end of Stanley Field Hall, the main exhibit hall of the Field Museum's current building. The real bones of the holotype are put on exhibit in two large glass cases at either end of the mounted cast. The mount stood until 1999, when it was moved to the B concourse of United Airlines Terminal 1 in O'Hare International Airport to make room for the museum's newly acquired Tyrannosaurus skeleton, Sue. At the same time, the Field Museum mounted a second plastic cast of the skeleton, designed for outside use, which was on display outside the museum on the NW Terrace until 2022. Another outdoor cast was sent to Disney's Animal Kingdom to serve as a gateway icon for Dinoland USA area, known as the Olden Gate Bridge. Olden Gate Bridge, that connects the two halves of the fossil quarry-themed Boneyard Play area. Okay. This next part is going to go into the assigned material. There's going to be a lot of large words describing bones, specific parts of the body, like pterygoid and squamosal, and things like that. So, anyway. How you doing, Gunther? Welcome back from work. Welcome home. Hope it wasn't too rough on you. Hope you're able to get some good rest. All right.
Gunther, thank you for being here. Thank you for lurking and chatting. And spending time with us on the stream. Thank you, thank you. It's always good to see you. Always good to see you, Gunther. You're a very, very good boy. Gunther, boy, good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, 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 good boy. Good there. Thank you for being who you are. Doing what you do. I think things are on the better place. In my humble opinion, anyway. Good. Good boy, good dog, good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy.
Are those ND emotes? Those look like ND's emotes.
Good boy, Gunter, good boy. You're such a good boy, yes you are. Yes you are such a good boy. Good boy, Gunter, good boy. Oh, look at you, such a good boy, yes you are. Yes you are such a good boy. Good boy, Gunter, good boy. You're such a good boy. I'm very, very proud of you. You're such a good boy. Good boy, 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 good boy. Good boy, Gunter, good boy. You're such a good boy. Yes you are. Yes you are such a good boy.
Sorry about the sniffles. Give me one moment. Okay, sorry about that. No, I'm unfortunately not that thick. I'm not that thick, bread. Not that thick. Don't lick me. No. Chin scratches? Okay. You've seen mine, bread. You've seen mine. And don't lick me. Don't lick me. Why does everybody have thigh emotes? Oh yeah. I did remember to post thighs last week, so if you missed last week's Femboy Friday post, they're up there on Twitter and Blue Sky. If you missed them, I believe last week was the tights with the faux garter belt section, and oh no, it wasn't. That was the week before that. It's were those I haven't worn them in forever. I don't even know what you call them. I guess they're kind of the fishnets. and then the lacy thigh highs. I know Crid likes those. So they're up there if you missed them. Actually, no, that's going to be this weekend. That's going to be this week. Last week was the tights with the faux garter belts. Never mind. The spoilers. Apologies. And then some bare legs. Anyway. This week will be some fishnet thigh highs and the lacy thigh highs. Lacy thigh highs. That'll be this week. Hi, Sterling. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. Thank you. Oh. I hope that wasn't very loud. Curtain Rod said it wasn't earlier when that happened. That was the arm, the left arm of this chair. My temporary, hopefully temporary replacement for my old office chair that broke yesterday. And the left arm is not very stable, so if you put weight on it just right, it collapses and yeah, or ratchets to the lowest position. Just the slow part? Okay.
Good. Oh yeah. I did. In case you guys weren't here earlier tonight, I did add some more things to the Throne wish list. I added a pair of sheer tights and a 2-pack of some fishnets with like faux thigh highs. You know the ones, they look really nice. Those are on the Throne. You by no means need to get those for me, but if you want to treat me, I have a Throne. There is the Throne. I also added some more card game stuff. I added the Hell Creek dinosaur card game starter kit based on Hell Creek. So, yeah. Anyway, there's the Throne. I have a Throne. You all know this, but I added some tights and some fishnets. So, anyway. Anyway. There's also some thigh highs on there. It's a 2-pack of striped thigh highs. One pair is black and white stripes. The other is blue and white stripes. Anyway. Good. You're a very good boy. Good, thank you for being here. Thank you for looking and chatting. And spending time with us on the stream. Thank you. You're a very good boy. You worked very hard this week. And I'm very proud of you. You're a very good boy.
What did you look them up, Brad? Did I upload the one with the me squishing the squishmallow? Is that what you're talking about?
Anyway, sorry. Good boy, 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 good boy. Good. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, 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 good boy. Good boy, 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 good boy. Great, thank you for being who you are and doing what you do. I think makes the world a better place. In my humble opinion, anyway. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, 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 good boy.
All right. There you go, Crit. Thank you for the redeem, sweetheart. Thank you, thank you.
Sorry, that wasn't the mic, that was my tongue. That was loud. Apologize.
Sorry, burp. Give me. All right, let me drink some water and put on some chapstick, and then we'll get you some mouth sounds. Crid. All right. This chair cushion is also just not nearly as comfortable as my old chair. I miss my old chair. Is today Earth Day? I didn't even think about that.
Alright. So, I'll be doing some mouth sounds for a couple minutes here. If they're not your cup of tea, I completely understand. Feel free to mute the stream, mute the tab, step away, go get a snack, get some water, brush your teeth if you haven't yet. Floss, mouthwash, all the things. It'll just be a couple minutes of mouth sounds here. And then we will get back to reading about Brachiosaurus. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Good. Oh. Sorry, that was his muscle memory.
There you go, Kid. Thank you for the mouse sounds redeemed, sweetheart. Thank you. Hopefully those are okay for you. I'll give you 1 moment. I need to blow my nose real quick. Alright, sorry about that. Okay. We're almost at an hour and 40 minutes. Okay. Alright. Assigned material. Further discoveries of Brachiosaurus material in North America have been uncommon and consist of a few bones. Excuse me, sorry, goodness. To date, material can be unambiguously ascribed to only the genus when overlapping with the holotype material, and any referrals of elements from the skull, neck, anterior dorsal region, or distal limbs or feet remain tentative. Nevertheless, material has been described from Colorado, Oklahoma, Utah, and Wyoming, and undescribed material has been mentioned from several other sites. In 1883, farmer Marshall Parker Felch, a fossil collector for the American paleontologist Othniel Charles Marsh, reported the discovery of a sauropod skull in Felch Quarry 1 near Golden Park, Colorado. The skull was found in yellowish-white sandstone near a 1 meter long, or 3 feet to 3.25 inch, 3 feet 3.5 inch cervical vertebra, which was destroyed during an attempt to collect it. The skull was catalogued as YPM 1986. Okay. 1986, and sent to Marsh at the Peabody Museum of Natural History, who incorporated it into his 1891 skeletal restoration of Brontosaurus, perhaps because Felch had identified it as belonging to that dinosaur. The Felch Quarry skull consists of the cranium, the maxillae, and the right postorbital part of the left maxilla and the left squamosal, the dentaries, and a possible partial pterygoid. The bones were roughly prepared for Marsh, which led to some damage. Felch also collected several postcranial fossils, including a partial cervical vertebra and a partial forelimb. Most of the specimens collected by Felch were sent to the National Museum of Natural History in 1899 after Marsh's death, including the skull, which was then catalogued as US NM 5730. In 1975, the American paleontologists Jack McIntosh and David Berman investigated the historical issue of whether Marsh had assigned an incorrect skull to Brontosaurus, at the time thought to be a junior synonym of Apatosaurus, and found the Felch Quarry skull to be of, quote, the general Camarasaurus type, close quote, while suggesting that the vertebra found near it belonged to Brachiosaurus. They concluded that if Marsh had not arbitrarily assigned the Felch Quarry skull and another Camarasaurus-like skull to Brontosaurus, it would have been recognized earlier that the actual skull of Brontosaurus and Apatosaurus was more similar to that of Diplodocus. McIntosh later tentatively recognized the Felch Quarry skull as belonging to Brachiosaurus and brought it to the attention of the American paleontologists Kenneth Carpenter and Virginia Tidwell. While urging them to describe it, they brought the skull to the Denver Museum of Natural History, where they further prepared it and made a reconstruction of it based on casts of the original bones, with the skulls of Giraffatitan and Camarasaurus acting as templates for the missing bones. In 1998, Carpenter and Tidwell described the Felch-Corey skull and formally assigned it to Brachiosaurus sp of uncertain species. Oh, SP means uncertain. Okay, gotcha. Since it is impossible to determine whether it belonged to the species B. altathorax itself, as there is no overlapping material between the two specimens. They based the skull's assignment to Brachiosaurus on its similarity to that of B. branchi, later known as Giraffatitan. In 2019, American paleontologists Michael D. D'Amick and Matthew C. Carano re-examined the Felch-Corey skull after having it further prepared and CT scanned, while consulting historical illustrations that showed earlier states of the bones, and concluded that a quadrate bone and dentary tooth considered part of the skull by Carpenter and Tidwell did not belong to it. The quadrate is too large to articulate with the squamosal, is preserved differently from the other bones, and was found several meters away. The tooth does not resemble those within the jaws, as revealed by CT data, is larger, and was therefore assigned to Camarasaurus sp. Other teeth assignable to that genus are known from the quarry. They also found it parsimonious to assign the skull to B. altathorax itself, rather than an unspecified species, as there is no evidence of other brachiosaurid taxa in the Morrison Formation, and adding this and other possible elements to a phylogenetic analysis did not change the position of B. altathorax. A shoulder blade with coracoid from Dry Mesa Quarry, Colorado, is one of the specimens at the center of the Supersaurus/Ultrasaurus issue of the 1980s and 1990s. In 1985, James A. Jensen described disarticulated sauropod remains from the quarry as belonging to several exceptionally large taxa, including the new genera Supersaurus and Ultrasaurus. The later renamed Ultrasaurus shortly thereafter because another sauropod had already received the name. Later studies showed that the Ultrasaur material mostly belonged to Supersaurus, though the shoulder blade did not. Because the holotype of Ultrasaurus, a dorsal vertebra, was one of the specimens that was actually from Supersaurus, the name Ultrasaurus is a synonym of Supersaurus. The shoulder blade, specimen BYU 9462, previously BYU 5001, was in 1996 assigned to Brachiosaurus sp. by Brian Curtis and colleagues. In 2009, Michael P. Taylor concluded that it could not be referred to B. altathorax. The Dry Mesa Ultrasaur was not as large as had been thought. The dimensions of the shoulder coracoid bone indicate that the animal was smaller than Rigg's original specimen of Brachiosaurus. Several additional specimens were briefly described by Jensen in 1987. One of these finds, the humerus USNM 21903, was discovered in circa 1943 by uranium prospectors Vivian and Daniel Jones in the Potter Creek Quarry in western Colorado, and donated to the Smithsonian Institution. Originally, this humerus was part of a poorly preserved partial skeleton that was not collected. According to Taylor in 2009, it is not clearly referable to Brachiosaurus despite its large size of 2.13 meters or 6 foot 11 and 3/4 inches. Jensen himself worked at the Potter Creek site in 1971 and 1975, excavating the disarticulated specimen BYU 4744, which contains a mid-dorsal vertebra, an incomplete left ilium, a left radius, and a right metacarpal. According to Taylor in 2009, the specimen can be confidently referred to B. altathorax, as far as it is overlapping with its type specimen. Jensen further mentioned a specimen discovered near Jensen, Utah. Wow. His name, what a coincidence. That maybe he's named after the town. I don't know. That includes a rib 2.75 meters or 9 foot 1/4 inch in length, an anterior cervical vertebra, part of a scapula, and a coracoid, although he did not provide a description. In 2001, Curtis and Statman ascribed two articulated dorsal vertebrae, specimen BYU 13023, from dry mesa quarry to Brachiosaurus. Taylor in 2009 noted that these vertebrae were markedly shorter than those of the B. altathorax holotype, although otherwise being similar. In 2012, Jose Carbolito, I'm so sorry, and colleagues reported a nearly complete postcranial skeleton of a small juvenile, approximately 2 meters or 6 foot 7 inches in length. The specimen, nicknamed Tony, was cataloged as SMA 0009, stems from the Morrison Formation of the Bighorn Basin in north-central Wyoming. Although originally thought to belong to a diplodocid, it was later reinterpreted as a brachiosaurid, probably belonging to B. altathorax. In 2018, the largest sauropod foot ever found was reported from the Black Hills of Weston County, Wyoming. The femur is not preserved, but comparisons suggest that it was about 2% longer than that of the B. altathorax holotype. Though possibly belonging to Brachiosaurus, the authors cautiously classified it as an indeterminate brachiosaurid. However, the assignment of these two specimens to their respective clades was later questioned by De Emek and Carano in 2019. They considered the referral of Tony to B. altathorax be based on mistaken interpretations of the species' unique features or of the specimen itself, and deemed it worthy of further study. Analyzing photos of the large foot, De Emek and Carano noted that the only feature that allowed referral to Brachiosauridae would have been influenced by damage to the bone it was found on, but did state that, quote, general similarities, close quote, with Sonorosaurus and Giraffa titan suggested brachiosaurid affinities. But this, the author stated, would be confirmed only through further study. Interesting. So they found a juvenile sauropod and thought it was a juvenile Brachiosaurus. And it might be, but it sounds like they need to look at it more. At least whenever they wrote this article. Or there hasn't been any further progress on that since. Formerly assigned species: Brachiosaurus branchi and Brachiosaurus frazi. Between 1909 and 1912, large-scale paleontological expeditions in German East Africa unearthed a considerable amount of brachiosaurid material from the Tendaguru Formation. In 1914, German paleontologist Werner Janisch listed differences and commonalities between these fossils in B. altathorax. Concluding that they could be referred to the genus Brachiosaurus. From this material, Janisch named two species, Brachiosaurus branchi for the larger and more complete taxon, and Brachiosaurus frazi for the smaller and more poorly known species. In 3 further publications in 1929, 1950, and 61, Janisch compared the species in more detail, listing 13 shared characters between Brachiosaurus branchi, which he now considered to include B. frazi, and B. altathorax. Taylor, in 2009, considered only 4 of these characters as valid. 6 pertain to groups more inclusive than the Brachiosauridae, and the rest are either difficult to assess or refer to material that is not Brachiosaurus. There was ample material referred to B. branchi in the collections of the Museum für Naturkunde in Berlin, some of which was destroyed during World War II. Other material was transferred to other institutions throughout Germany, some of which was also destroyed. Additional material was collected by the British Museum of Natural History's Tendaguru expedition, including a nearly complete skeleton, BMNH R5937, collected by F.W.H. Migyod in 1930. Thank you for the stretch and the smooch redeem credit. Thank you. What kind of smooches would you like, sweetheart? Some breathy ones? Okay. This specimen is now believed to represent a new species awaiting description. Okay. Stretch. Whew. Whew. Hi, Haku. Sorry, don't know what happened there. Computer froze for a second. We're still here, right? Yeah, we're still here. Okay. Anyway, sorry. The audio was weird for a second there. How you doing, Haku? Alright, we'll probably call it a night here in about 20 minutes. About 20 minutes. We'll just keep reading about Brachiosaurus till then. Hope you're doing okay, Haku. Hope you're having a good week so far. It's Wednesday. We're almost there. We're almost there. Hi, Gravelord. Drainage based his description of B. branchi on skeleton S from Tendaguru, but later realized that it comprised two partial individuals, S1 and S2. He at first did not designate them as a syntype series, but in 1935 made S1, presently MBR2180, the lectotype. What does lectotype mean? Is a particular specimen of an organism to which the scientific name of the organism is formally associated. Okay. Taylor in 2009, unaware of this action, proposed the larger and more complete S2 MBR2181 as the lectotype. It includes, among other bones, several dorsal vertebrae, the left scapula, both coracoids, the breast bones, both humeri, both ulnae and radii, lower arm bones, a right hand, a partial left hand, both hip bones, and the right femur, tibia, and fibula, shank bones. Later in 2011, Taylor realized that drainage had designated the smaller skeleton S1 as the lectotype in 1935. In 1988, Gregory S. Paul published a new reconstruction of the skeleton of B. branchi, highlighting differences in proportion between it and B. ultathorax. If you're just joining us, we're reading the Wikipedia article for Brachiosaurus. We are in the section Brachiosaurus branchi and Brachiosaurus frazi under formally assigned species. If you want to follow along. Highlighting differences in proportion between it and B. ultathorax. Chief among them was a distinction in the way the trunk vertebrae vary. They are fairly uniform in length in the African material, but vary widely in B. ultathorax. Paul believed that the limb and girdle elements of both species were very similar, and therefore suggested that they be separated not at genus, but only at subgenus level, as Brachiosaurus ultathorax, and Brachiosaurus giraffatitan branchi. Giraffatitan was raised to full genus level by George Olszewski in 1991 while referring to the vertebral variation. Between 1991 and 2009, the name Giraffatitan was almost completely disregarded by other researchers. A detailed 2009 study by Taylor of all material, including the limb and girdle bones, found that there are significant differences between B. ultathorax and the Tendaguru material in all elements known from both species. Taylor found 26 distinct osteological bone-based characters, a larger difference than between Diplodocus and Barosaurus, and therefore argued that the African material should be indeed placed in its own genus, Giraffatitan, as Giraffatitan branchi. An important contrast between the two genera is their overall body shape, with Brachiosaurus having 23% longer dorsal vertebral series and a 20 to 25% longer and also taller tail. The split was rejected by Daniel Chur in 2010, but from 2012 onward, most studies recognized the name Draphatitan. Brachiosaurus altiolensis. In 1947, an Altalia at Altalia in Portugal, brachiosaurid remains were found in layers dating from the Tithonian. Albert Felix de Laparent and Georges Zabesquiski named them as the species Brachiosaurus altiliensis in 1957. Its referral to Brachiosaurus was doubted in the 2004 edition of the Dinosauria by Paul Upchurch, Barrett, and Peter Dodson, who listed it as an yet unnamed Brachiosaurid genus. Shortly before the publication of the 2004 book, the species had been placed in its own genus Lusotitan by Miguel Tellez Antunes and Octavio Mateus in 2003. De Laparent and Zibrzewski had described a series of remains but did not designate a type specimen. Antunes and Mateus selected a partial postcranial skeleton MIGM 4978 4798 4801 to 4801 4808 10 4938 4944 4950 4952 4958 4964 through 4966 4981 through 4982. Okay, and then 4985 8807 8793 through 87934 as the lectotype. The specimen includes 28 vertebrae, chevrons, ribs, a possible shoulder blade, humeri, forearm bones, partial left pelvis, lower leg bones, and part of the right ankle, the low neural spines, the prominent deltopectoral crest of the humerus, a muscle attachment site on the upper arm bone, the elongated humerus, very long and slender, and the long axis of the ilium tilting upward indicate that Lusotitan is a brachiosaurid, which was confirmed by some later studies, such as an analysis in 2013. We do have the final ad break here in about 2 seconds. Any second now. Any second now it's going to start. Hopefully the audio sounds okay. I don't know what happened. The mic cut out and I don't know what happened. Hopefully it's fine. I'm going to do this just to be safe. No one said anything, but I'm going to do that just to be safe. Anyway, I guess we can look up who's live right now. See who we can raid tonight. Let's see. Kai is live. Vilnius is live. Nightwolf is live. Not a ton of options. Let's see. Do we have anyone new that we can say hi to? We can raid Nightwolf tonight. We haven't raided him in a couple of weeks, I believe. We could say hi to him. Okay. We'll probably call it a night here in like 5 minutes. 4 or 5 minutes. Yeah, Nightwolf just started. He's been live for 38 minutes, so hopefully he does end stream before we're done. Okay, we finished that paragraph. How long is this section? Okay, we can get through this one. We will, that way we'll finish the formally assigned species section. And then we're on to the description. So we're like a quarter through this article. Okay, Brachiosaurus nogardi. In 1958, French petroleum geologist F. Nogard reported to have discovered fragmentary brachiosaurid remains in eastern Algeria in the Sahara Desert. Based on these, Albert Felix de Laparent described and named the species Brachiosaurus nogardi in 1960. He indicated the discovery locality as being in the late Jurassic Age Tauratine series. He assigned the rocks chin scratches. Okay. You're still here, Brett? Are you not in a hurry tonight? He indicated the discovery locality as being in the late Jurassic Age Tauratine series. He assigned the rocks to this age in part because of the presumed presence of Brachiosaurus. Welcome back, Fabric guys. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you. We'll probably call it a night here in like 4 minutes or so. 6 minutes. We'll see. Next week it's early again. I see. So you have time to put lick emotes in the chat this week. He assigned the rocks to this age in part because of the presumed presence of Brachiosaurus. The more recent review placed it in the continental intercalaire, which is considered to be along the Albian age of the late early Cretaceous, significantly younger. The type material moved to Paris consisted of a sacrum, weathered out at the desert surface, and some of the left metacarpals and phalanges. Found at the discovery site but not collected were partial bones of the left forearm, wrist bones, a right shin bone, and fragments that may have come from metatarsals. B. nogardi was in 2004 considered to represent a distinct, unnamed Brachiosaurid genus, but a 2013 analysis by Philip D. Menion and colleagues found that the remains possibly belonged to more than one species, as they were collected far apart. The metacarpals were concluded to belong to some indeterminate titanosaur form. The sacrum was reported lost in 2013. It was not analyzed and provisionally considered to represent an indeterminate sauropod until such a time that it could be relocated in the collections of the Muséum National d'Histoire Naturelle. Only 4 out of the 5 sacral vertebrae are preserved. The total original length was in 1960 estimated at 1.3 meters or 4 foot 3 inches, compared to 0.91 meters or 3 foot with B. altithorax. This would make it larger than any other sauropod sacrum ever found, except for those of Argentinosaurus and Apatosaurus. So it's probably a titanosaur. Sounds like it. All right. We'll stop there with the article. It's very, Very long. All right. Well, I hope you have a good day, Bread. I hope work's not too rough on you today, Bread. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. It's always good to see you. Even though you pick on me and lick me. But yeah, so this weekend, this Saturday, I will be doing a 12-hour stream. We'll be streaming all day. That's the plan. My only plan so far for that day is we're going to play a lot of Monster Hunter Stories 3. Open up this Jurassic Regency a million years ago trading card game starter kit. And then that evening, we'll be playing some GTFO with the boys. That's the plan. At some point after 5 p.m. So, yeah, that'll probably be the end of the stream. Go to the end of the stream. Yeah, I can't really do 12-hour streams, 3 12-hour streams this weekend. Can't have plans Friday evening. I'm going to be at a friend's house playing Magic the Gathering, and other games. So I'll be gone all evening Friday night. So there won't be an ASMR stream this Friday. Unfortunately, for you guys, I'll be having fun playing Magic. But so, if you need your ASMR fix, and specifically my ASMR on Friday, please feel free to listen to the VODs. I upload all the VODs to YouTube as long as I can help it. This stream will be live tomorrow night on YouTube. I recommend watching the VODs over there as we don't qualify to even apply for monetization. Excuse me, sorry. We don't have enough watch time or subscribers. If you get ads on the VODs, don't think I can do anything about them. That's just YouTube putting ads on videos of a channel that can't even apply for monetization. So I can't do anything about that. I apologize if you get ads on the VODs. But you will get ads on the VODs if you watch them on Twitch. Anyway, let's get the raid going here. Give me one moment to swap my headphones, and I will be right back. Okay. There we go. I will see you guys tomorrow for some Monster Hunter Rise with Eri. And yeah, stay safe, stay warm. It's very, very cold around here today. It's freezing outside. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you all very much. Thank you guys for spending time with me tonight. Thank you, thank you. Don't forget to take your meds, take your vitamins, brush your teeth, drink some water, floss, mouthwash. Before all that, though, eat something if you haven't yet today. And I love and appreciate you all very much. Please be nice to Nightwolf. He's very sweet. He's very cozy. His model is very handsome. Give him some love, please. He's awesome. He's very sweet. He is smart. He is some good stuff. But yeah. And again, no stream this Friday, but there will be a 12-hour stream. We'll be streaming all day on Saturday. I don't know if that makes up for missing an ASMR stream this week, but thus is the way of things. Yeah, good night, guys. I love you all very much. Bye bye. Good night. I love you. Bye bye.